Why you wake up at 3 a.m., the truth you need to know. Chapter 1. Waking up at night, a spiritual awakening. Have you ever suddenly woken up in the middle of the night, unable to fall back asleep? Perhaps it's 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m., and your mind is racing with questions. Why is this happening to you? Is it just a random disturbance, or is there something more profound occurring? This experience is far more significant than many realize. It's not simply a matter of interrupted sleep. There's something deeply spiritual at work during these moments, something that speaks to both your mind and spirit. Waking up during the night, especially between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., is often tied to a higher purpose. The time between these hours is known as the sacred hours, and it's a time when your spiritual energy is heightened, allowing for moments of introspection, divine connection, and deep self-awareness. These middle-of-the-night awakenings are shared by countless people around the world, yet they are often dismissed as mere inconveniences. But what if I told you that these disturbances hold hidden meanings and spiritual messages? These hours, particularly between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., are thought to be the most spiritually charged hours of the night. Your body, mind, and spirit are all intertwined, and when you wake up at night, especially in the early morning hours, it is a sign that something profound is occurring within you. Something is trying to reach out and communicate with you, something you may not fully comprehend when you're in the waking world. It's a chance for your spirit to step into a deeper connection, to align with your higher self, and to tune in to the divine whispers that are guiding you. During these sacred hours, your mind and spirit are more open, more receptive, and more attuned to spiritual messages than at any other time during the day. These moments are not just coincidences. They are invitations from the universe, offering you a chance to step into a deeper realm of consciousness. This sacred period offers an incredible opportunity for connection, manifestation, and awakening. So, the next time you find yourself wide awake in the middle of the night, don't dismiss it. Instead, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what might be the deeper purpose of this experience? What is the universe trying to tell you right now? These quiet hours of solitude are an invitation to connect with God, with your inner wisdom, and with the universe itself. The energy of these hours is potent, and you can use this time to tune into divine guidance, deepen your spiritual practices, or simply sit in stillness and listen for the messages that are awaiting you. Chapter 2. 3 a.m. The Hour of the Divine. One of the most significant and mysterious times in the night is 3 a.m. For centuries, people from various cultures, especially those steeped in spiritual and esoteric traditions, have viewed this hour as something beyond the ordinary. It's not just a random moment in time. 3 a.m. is seen by many as the hour of the divine. Whether it's ancient mystics, religious figures, or spiritual practitioners, 3 a.m. holds a special place in their belief systems. They've long recognized the extraordinary energy of this time. But what makes this particular hour so special? Why do so many believe that 3 a.m. is a time when the physical world and the spiritual realm are intricately connected? The early morning hours, particularly between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., are often considered to be the time when the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world is at its thinnest. This belief runs deep across many cultures and spiritual practices. Whether you're drawn to meditation, prayer, or simply being in tune with the universe, this time is viewed as a sacred window for connection. Why is this specific hour so powerful? Scientifically, there is an explanation for why our minds are more open at this time. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., our brain enters the REM sleep phase. During REM, the brain is highly active, processing emotions, memories, and deep-rooted thoughts. It's a phase of sleep where our subconscious mind surfaces and our dreams become more vivid and intense. This period of heightened brain activity makes it easier to wake up. But it's not just a physical process. Spiritually, this is the time when our connection to the universe is strongest. It's a time when our inner self, our higher consciousness, and the divine are closest. It's almost as though the universe is gently calling to us, saying, this is the time to listen, pay attention. In fact, many believe that waking up during this time is not just a coincidence. It's a divine invitation to step beyond the physical world and into a space of spiritual connection. Whether you realize it or not, the energy surrounding you during these moments is powerful. It's as if the universe is urging you to embrace stillness, reflect, and tune into the messages from the divine that are meant for you. But how can you harness this energy? What should you do when you wake up at 3 a.m.? The first step is to be aware of the sacred opportunity in front of you. When you wake up during these hours, don't simply toss and turn, trying to fall back asleep. Instead, take a moment to sit in silence, breathe deeply, and open your heart to the spiritual energy around you. This is the time to pray, to meditate, or even to just sit in reflection. You may not always understand the significance of these moments right away, but over time, you may begin to notice patterns. The more you embrace these awakenings, the more you'll tune in to the higher guidance that is being offered to you. Chapter 3, Waking Up Between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., Internal Conflict and Reflection. Now, let's focus on the significance of waking up between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. This hour may seem like an ordinary moment in the night, but in the spiritual and emotional realms, it carries a deep meaning. Waking up between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. is often associated with unresolved inner turmoil and emotional conflict. If you frequently wake up during this time, it could be your subconscious trying to draw your attention to something you may have ignored or suppressed. When you find yourself awake between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., it is often a signal that you are grappling with an internal conflict. Something within you is trying to surface. It could be an unresolved emotional issue, a difficult decision you're avoiding, or a deeper aspect of your life that you've been neglecting. This time is often linked to your subconscious, urging you to deal with what has been pushed aside. This period between 1 and 2 a.m. isn't just a random waking moment. It's a divine invitation to engage in deep introspection. Instead of struggling to fall back asleep, consider embracing the stillness of this hour. It's a rare opportunity for personal reflection, a moment when your mind is quiet enough to listen to the deeper aspects of your soul. Your thoughts, emotions, and the decisions you've been avoiding are waiting for your attention. Ask yourself, what is it that I've been ignoring? What fears, regrets, or choices have I been too afraid to face? Often, we go through our daily lives pushing aside difficult emotions, but waking up at this hour provides a gentle nudge from the universe to stop and reflect. It's as if your inner self is urging you to confront these emotions before they fester further. This is also a perfect time for prayer and meditation. Use this moment to connect with God, seeking guidance and clarity on the issues that have been troubling you. Prayer during this time can help open your heart, allowing you to gain the wisdom and courage to face your challenges with faith and trust. Just like Joseph in the Bible, who faced a moment of great uncertainty and emotional turmoil, you may find divine guidance in the stillness of this time. When Joseph learned that his fiancée Mary was pregnant, he was troubled and uncertain of what to do. It was in a dream during the night, when he was most vulnerable and reflective, that he received a message from the angel of the Lord. The angel reassured him not to fear and gave him divine guidance on how to move forward. Matthew 1:20-24. Joseph's story illustrates how waking up in the night, when we are closest to our subconscious mind, can lead to clarity and spiritual understanding. Waking up between 1 and 2 a.m. may be your own opportunity to receive similar guidance, whether through your own reflections, dreams, or prayer. It's important to use this time wisely. Don't dismiss it as mere restlessness. Instead, take a few deep breaths, reflect on your life, and open your heart to God's messages. It may be during these moments that you receive the clarity and strength you need to overcome your challenges. Chapter 4. Waking up between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Health and emotional imbalance. Waking up between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. is not just a sign of a restless night. It could indicate something much deeper. This hour is tied to your physical health and emotional well-being, often pointing to a need for healing or balance. If you often find yourself awake during this time, your body might be trying to tell you something. There's an imbalance, either physical or emotional, that requires your attention. When you wake up between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., it's often linked to your physical health and emotional state. According to traditional Chinese medicine, this hour corresponds to the liver, which is responsible for detoxifying your body and maintaining overall balance. The liver is not only vital for physical regeneration, but also plays a role in processing emotions. If you're waking up during this period, your liver might be overburdened. Perhaps it's struggling with detoxification due to poor diet, stress, or emotional strain. The liver is also connected to the storage of emotions, particularly anger and resentment. If you've been holding on to negative feelings, especially those connected to unresolved conflict or past hurt, they may be affecting your sleep and waking you up in the night. In many cases, when you're carrying unaddressed emotional baggage, it manifests in physical ways. Anxiety, stress, and anger can disrupt your natural energy flow, leading to disturbances in your sleep. Your body, in its wisdom, is trying to guide you toward healing. It's asking for balance, for peace, and for you to address the emotional weight you may be carrying. This is the perfect time to pause and take a moment for self-care and spiritual reflection. Waking up in discomfort or stress can be an invitation to address what's ailing you. Instead of tossing and turning, embrace this moment as an opportunity to seek divine guidance and healing. Turn to God in prayer, asking for the strength to release your burdens and the peace to restore balance to your body and spirit. Just as King Hezekiah turned to God in his hour of need, finding healing and comfort through prayer, Isaiah 38:5-6, you too can turn to God for the healing of both your body and your soul. When Hezekiah was sick and near death, he prayed fervently for God's intervention. God heard his prayer and healed him, granting him an additional 15 years of life. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the divine healing power available to us in our moments of distress and imbalance. When you wake up between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., don't simply try to fall back asleep. Use this moment to connect with God and ask for the restoration of your health, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Take a few moments to breathe deeply, reflect on what's causing your imbalance, and seek God's guidance in how to address it. Trust that through prayer and meditation, you will find the strength and clarity you need to heal. Chapter 5. Waking up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Spiritual connection and clarity. If you wake up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., you're in the midst of an incredible spiritual opportunity. This is not just another moment in your sleep cycle. It's a sacred window where you are closest to divine wisdom. It's a time for clarity, deep connection, and receiving guidance. When you wake up during these hours, it's as if the universe is gently calling you to pause and reflect, to connect with God, and to find answers for your soul's journey. Between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., your mind is more receptive than ever to divine messages. This is the moment when your subconscious is highly active and your thoughts and emotions are more open to spiritual guidance. This hour is especially powerful because it aligns with the deepest part of your REM sleep, which is when your brain is processing and storing memories and emotions. This is also the time when you are closest to the divine realm, a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinnest. It's during these moments of deep subconscious activity that you have the greatest opportunity to hear the whispers of the divine. It's as if your soul is more attuned to the sacred vibrations of the universe, and the guidance you receive can offer profound clarity on your life's path. This is the time to reflect on your dreams, search for the meaning behind them, and seek God's wisdom for the questions or challenges you may be facing. In the Bible, we see an incredible example of divine connection at night when Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane. In his most desperate hour, when he was preparing to face his trials, he turned to God for guidance and strength. Jesus was at a crossroads, full of anguish and uncertainty, and he sought clarity from his Father, demonstrating the power of prayer during the stillness of the night, Matthew 26:36-44. Just like Jesus, when you wake up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., you have the opportunity to turn to prayer. This is the moment to seek clarity, wisdom, and the strength to move forward in your spiritual journey. Whether you have questions about your purpose, need guidance on a decision, or simply need peace in your heart, this is the sacred time to turn inward and open yourself to divine communication. The beauty of this hour lies in its sacred stillness. You may find that during this time, your mind is clear, your heart is open, and you are able to hear God's voice more clearly than ever before. It's a moment of deep communion with the divine, where your soul finds peace and direction. In those quiet moments of the early morning, remember to reflect, to pray, and to listen. Trust that the answers you seek will be revealed in time, and that your spiritual journey will be guided by the hand of the Creator. Chapter 6. Waking up between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. A time for new beginnings. The last hour we'll explore is between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., a moment that symbolizes renewal and a fresh start. If you wake up at this time, it may be a sign that you are ready for new beginnings, a time to embrace transformation and set the tone for the day ahead. Between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., the transition from night to dawn represents more than just a change in time. It signifies rebirth, transformation, and new possibilities. This hour holds the potential to mark a fresh start, a turning point where you can leave behind the weight of the previous day and step into a new chapter of your life. If you find yourself awake during this hour, take it as a sign that you're ready for a new beginning, whether it's a new goal, a new mindset, or a fresh perspective on life. This is the time to set your intentions for the day ahead, mentally preparing yourself to rise with purpose and clarity. This moment offers the perfect opportunity for reflection and introspection. As the world begins to stir outside, take time to sit in peaceful solitude and consider the direction you want your life to take. What is it that you hope to accomplish? What changes are you ready to embrace? Whether through meditation, prayer, or journaling, use this moment of quiet to manifest your desires and set your intentions for the day. The resurrection of Jesus, which occurred at dawn, is the ultimate symbol of rebirth and new beginnings. In Matthew 28:1-10, we see how the moment of dawn brought not only the hope of life after death, but also the promise of a new life filled with purpose and grace. Just as Jesus rose from the dead, this is a time for you to rise from the struggles of the past, leaving behind any doubts, fears, or burdens, and embrace the possibility of a new day filled with hope and direction. Just as the sun rises each morning, offering light to the world, so too can you rise each day with renewed strength and purpose. This is a time for reflection on what you have learned, gratitude for the blessings in your life, and excitement for the opportunities that lie ahead. Take a deep breath, release the tension of the night, and welcome this new day with open arms. The fresh light of the morning is a reminder that no matter what you have faced before, you are always given the opportunity for renewal and transformation. Chapter 7. Understanding Dream Meanings, Divine Messages in Your Sleep. Finally, Let's explore the meaning of your dreams. Dreams, especially those experienced in the early morning hours, may hold divine messages and symbolic meanings that are crucial for your spiritual path. Whether you remember every detail or just fragments, dreams can serve as a profound way for God to communicate with you while you sleep. Throughout history, dreams have been a vital method of communication between God and His people. In both the Old and New Testaments, we see countless examples of how God used dreams to reveal divine will, offer guidance, and even provide warnings. Just like Joseph, who was led by God through dreams during pivotal moments in his life, we too can receive divine messages while we sleep. Joseph, the son of Jacob, was famously guided by dreams that helped him navigate difficult circumstances. From receiving dreams about his brothers bowing down to him, to being warned in a dream to flee to Egypt with Mary and Jesus to escape King Herod's wrath, Matthew 2:13. God used dreams as a powerful means of communication in Joseph's life. Just as Joseph listened and acted upon his dreams, we too must pay attention to the messages our dreams may carry. Dreams often contain symbolic imagery, such as animals, people, numbers, or specific places. These symbols may be trying to convey something deeper, something related to your current life, your spiritual journey, or even a divine calling. It's important to note that God speaks to us through dreams in many ways, offering guidance, providing encouragement, or even warning us of dangers ahead. In the Bible, we also see the story of the prophet Daniel, who interpreted the king's dream and helped guide the future of the nation, Daniel 2. Dreams can have a profound impact on the course of your life, just as they did for the characters in Scripture. The key to understanding your dreams is reflection. When you wake up from a vivid dream, don't simply dismiss it as a random event. Instead, pause and reflect on it. What emotions or situations from your waking life could this dream be reflecting? Are there symbols or themes that seem particularly meaningful? Take the time to ask yourself, what is God trying to tell me through this dream? While some dreams may be straightforward, others may require deeper contemplation. Pay attention to recurring themes or symbols that seem to surface in your dreams, as these may be key messages that God is sending you. It's through this act of reflection and prayer that you begin to unlock the deeper meanings behind your dreams and allow them to guide you on your spiritual path. God uses dreams to offer insight into our lives, and they can be a source of great comfort, revelation, or even warning. By being open and attentive to these nighttime messages, you invite divine wisdom into your life and allow your spiritual journey to deepen. So, the next time you wake up in the middle of the night, remember, it's not just a random event, it's an invitation to connect with your higher self, your inner wisdom, and the divine. Embrace these moments, reflect, pray, and listen to what the universe is trying to tell you.